Lauren, Tottenham Hotspur, the visitors to Ashton Gate this weekend. How are you feeling ahead of Sunday?
I think when we look at the performance we put on against United away, we're looking forward to this weekend as an opportunity to do that and even better. So, the squad seem in a good place. The performance that we put on there felt like we could put the other ones to bed that have come before it. So I think we're in a really good place in terms of looking forward, making sure that we build on that performance and, as always, put on a show for our fans, which we talk about still wanting to give them points at home. We are still chasing that, and we will until we can do that.
Let's take a moment to talk about Sunday's opponents. What are the threats that Spurs bring?
At this season, I think they've shown across the league that they have changed the way they play. They are, quite on the front foot. They draw teams out, but ultimately their front line is a threat across whoever they bring on and who they start. Right now, it could be a number of them that they play. When you look at Bethany England, her strength, her hold up, striking from outside the box is incredible. Jess Naz, really instrumental in their win last week, but pace in behind. And then obviously there's Grace Clinton as well, who we know can turn on the magic in those tight areas. So across their front line is ultimately their biggest threat, and that's something we have to have a strong defensive performance like we did last week up against a different type of opponent of front line.
You mentioned Grace Clinton, obviously an important part of your promotion-winning side last season, now gone on a fully fledged Lioness. What does it take to stop her?
Yeah, and the cheekiness that she has with that as well. She's difficult to play against because she'll turn, take players on. She's threaded some really important passes for them and scored lots of goals as well. She really has thrived in the last couple of seasons, but really right now, and obviously getting the England call-ups and moments for the team there shows how well she's doing, and she's in really, really good form.
Your side now, how are they looking? Any fresh injury concerns?
Nothing new. We are still nursing a number of longer term injuries, which we hope to have some positive news on when we come back after the international break. But right now we don't have that. We are just obviously without Jamie Lee this weekend due to the red card. So we are looking to figure out how that looks in terms of the starting lineup. But nothing new, touch wood.
Back in BS3 this Sunday and hoping for another impressive crowd inside Ashton Gate. What part can they play?
The fans have been unbelievable across the season, and I know that we're not in the position that they would like us to be, and I want to say to them, we are doing everything to stay in this fight, work hard, and make sure that we produce week in, week out, because the fans are what drive us, and we need them to drive us again this Sunday, get behind us in everything that we do. And yes, we are defensive, we have to spend time without the ball, but I love the way the crowd sounds when we make big blocks, stop crosses. These are the things that we've shown that we can be really good at to defend our own goal and ultimately our home. So, they need to get behind us in those key moments, and equally when we get the ball and we attack and you see the runners going forward and that prolific moment where we turn defence into attack is the moment that we want to make sure that we give to the fans this weekend, and that's the bit that they get to scream for as well.
With all that in mind, just how much would it mean to be able to reward that support and the loyalty they've shown with 1 or even 3 points?
If I'm honest, that's one of the dreams this season. We're getting closer, we're getting less games at home. It's something that we hugely want to do, and we are trying our best for it. And when that moment comes, it'll be unbelievable. So I really hope that it's this weekend, and there are thousands of Bristol City fans waiting for that moment and behind us.
And what will it take to get something off Tottenham Hotspur?
We know that we have to be our best week in, week out in this league. It's tough. There isn't an easy game. We want to show how hard we were to break down last week. We want to show that at home, but even better. You know, we don't want to have to be chasing a goal down early on. We want to make sure that we stay in the game, and then we allow our forwards, who we know are incredible strikers of the ball, to get that moment and get in front of the fans and celebrate their goals. So it's going to take a defensive focus. We have to be patient, and then make sure that we save our energy so that when we do get it, we are explosive in front of goal.